Good afternoon. It's Clayton Ream with Van Ahn & Company for your September 14th afternoon grain and livestock closing comments. Start the week here. We get the grain markets that followed through on yesterday's or Friday's late strength out of the USDA crop report, showing a little tighter balance sheet than maybe we were kind of anticipating, along with a potential downtick, further potential downtick in U.S. corn yields. Corn was up about 6 cents. Beans actually were a little bit stronger, up about 11 cents. And the wheat market, kind of the surprise market that really didn't have anything positive from the world or the domestic markets, up 16 cents. But wheat market has been the market where the funds have been heavily, or not heavily, but fairly aggressively short. So there's an additional short covering rally in this market. The key important ingredient here moving forward is kind of how the September weather shapes up, how this crop matures. We're going to get this afternoon's crop conditions reports. We're looking at last week where maturity levels of crops are running a little bit behind despite our early planting pace that we had, and then we ran into those weather issues. So there's still kind of some risk around these markets. We did have that kind of frost freeze scare last week. Not saying that that really had anything to result in the rally strength today, but it just brings in that additional weather premium and risk of the uncertainty moving forward. So I got a crop stocks report at the end of the month. That's going to be a big one. USDA did downtick old crop carryout in Friday's report, so we expect the stocks to be a little bit tighter in that soybean market, and that may be why that market may be the one to stand up here on top of corn a little bit in the near term. But overall, just pleasant to see the grain market show a little bit of life for the grain producers. Moving forward, you'll get, we're going to be at Big Iron, I guess, the tidbit there this week. So please stop by our booth at Harvest Hall if you got time to be up in that area in Fargo this week. And then it's going to be the export sales as we work forward. So watch those 8 a.m. sale reports, see if we see some additional demand. In the livestock markets, you had the cattle market and hog market down fairly strong throughout the day, but they got the cattle market to rally back, about up 90 cents right now. The feeder cattle board tried to go with it, but still struggling a little bit in the red. And then the hog market down about 45 cents here as we talk this afternoon. Not a lot of new information, just trying to figure out where the cash markets are going to be at this week. And with the futures carrying such a steep discount as far as the cattle market going, you get that little bit of early week buying. So it'll be where the packer and the feedlot comes together to spark that additional move higher or lower, as the technical support in both hog and cattle are kind of right where we're at. So that's going to be the key ingredient this week for those markets moving forward. In the outside markets, not a lot of action. Stock market down a little bit, energy's down a little bit, and the dollar, that's going to be a floating target for commodities as well, as we talked about demand moving forward. So as always, trading past performance is not indicative of future results, and trading futures and options provides risk and loss and is not suitable for all producers.